Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's non-conference matchup between the Sioux Falls Jefferson Cavaliers and your host, the Brookings Bobcats. In the spirit of sportsmanship, we ask that all fans act responsibly and courteously to those around you. Abusive language and disorderly conduct is unacceptable and unwelcome at South Dakota High School Activities Association events. Let's afford the student athletes, coaches, officials, and their fellow fans the respect they deserve. The South Dakota High School Activities Association reminds you of these important sportsmanship tips. When an official makes a call, accept it. When a member of the opposing team makes a great play, applaud it. When an opponent extends his hand after the game, shake it. It may be intense, it may be emotional, but it's only a game. Your cooperation is appreciated. Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask that you please stand and join us as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. As a reminder, proper respect for the flag is to remove your hats, stand at attention, and place your right hand over your heart. Active and retired military personnel may salute and show proper respect to the flag. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Step back three from 23 feet high, arching shot, no good. Offensive board is tipped out of bounds by Burns and will go back over to Jefferson. It took him a long time to get the ball across the line of scrimmage, by the
first down, Bobcats.
The line to gain, the half-court stripe, and they already had less than 20 seconds to get the shot off. Trying to pass it back door on Bauman, who was guarding Caden Ashland. Ashley passed it in the lane. They'll get the foul on Ryan Bauman. That'll be the first of the game for either team. Ashley goes out on the wing for Colts. Bounces it in the lane now, does Year, and it's tipped away, and then Burns will get the steal. I think it was Lease who first got a hand on it, and now Conrad brings it up. On the wing, bounces it into Lease, above the right block. Lease, turnaround jump hook, no good. Rebounded by Colts. He almost traveled. Leaves for Ashley. Ashley crosses center court, crosses over, down the left side of the lane, now out into the corner, back out onto the wing. Goes in the lane for Wild. That's Black, rather. Black shot off the board, too strong, no good on the rebound. We're going to get an over-the-back call on Colts as Burns had good position on the inside. So that'll be the first foul for Jefferson in the ball game. It goes against 6'10" Ethan Colts. Can't imagine getting him in foul trouble would be bad for Brookings.
Not at all.
Conrad goes to Lease, back to Conrad. He'll dribble, pass across the timeline, all the way up to the left wing for Bauman. Bauman faces up, he's double teamed. He dribbles, picks it up, goes to the backcourt for Lease, now to Conrad. 22 on the clock, shot clock, to right side to Clark, back to Conrad. Left wing now to Clark, back to Conrad, near the bottom of the circle. Conrad dribbles, crosses over to the free throw line, left elbow, 15-footer, no good, rebounded by Year. Now bringing it up is going to be Black. Black pulls up at the free throw line, goes left wing for Year. Year dribbles outside the left block, pump fakes, pivots, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebounded putback is good by Talon Ashley. 6-0 Jefferson. Lease looking to get it in. He gets it in to Conrad. To Lease. Back to Conrad, right side. We'll go back to Lease. Lease looks out ahead. Dribbles, goes up to Bauman. Bauman back to Lease. He'll dribble it across the timeline. Closer than they would have liked. Left wing Lease goes in the corner for Clark. Back out to Lease. Lease dribbles. Top of the key, goes right side for Conrad. Conrad dribbles, passes left wing for Clark. Bounces it into Lease, left baseline, gets it tipped away, regains possession out in the corner. Dribbles out onto the wing, goes top of the key for Conrad, 5 to shoot. He lobs it in for Burns. Burns almost lost it. Regains possession, backs himself under the basket and puts it up and in off of the board. Nice job by Burns, keeping control of the ball and getting back in a position to score. Quickly on the other end, Ashley through the lane, knifes through the defense and puts it in off the glass. He's got 6. of the 8 for Jefferson.
And again, you can just see how quick he is. It's Conrad and Clark are going to have to work really hard tonight. He's just got not only athleticism, but just that speed. He's able to take a couple dribbles, get in layups like that. He's a good athlete.
Bauman goes in the backcourt for Clark. Clark dribbles to the wing. Guarded by Colts. Going to cross over. He leaves for Lease. Lease dribbles. Into the wing, to the front court, pulls up from 10, airmails it, and rebound comes down for Wild. Wild up ahead to Ashley. Ashley in the lane, drops off for Year, who has a wide open bucket. 10-2, quick timeout by the Bobcats after the basket. Coach Robach wants to discuss some things and try to right the ship here a little bit. 10-2 early, 3:48 to go here in this first quarter. Timeouts are always brought to you by Brookings Engraving in downtown Brookings. 10-2 Cavaliers. I want to say thanks to Avera Medical. They provide state-of-the-art medical care through highly trained physicians, experienced professional staff, and access to the entire Avera system. So not a great start for the Bobcats here. They've got to figure out a way to get the ball up the court maybe a little bit quicker against that press.
Exactly, and it's so tough because, again, you don't want to force turnovers, like you said. You do want to make sure you get it across, obviously, before there's 10 seconds. At the same time, you get it across like you just did the last time, right at 25. Well, then you've already not wasted 10 seconds, but now it's like you got to get things going, and that's been a problem, too, for the Bobcats is making sure they're getting good shots on offense without. So it's one of those things where, yes, much better job here getting it across. Yeah. Now you've got 30, 32 seconds rather than that 25.
Hoffman drives down the lane, drew the defender, drops it off for Burns, and a quick 2 for the Bobcats out of the timeout. Coach Rohrbach's got to love to see that. 3.5 to go in the first. It's 10-4 Jefferson. They switch to a 2-3 zone out of that timeout, 2 to the Bobcats. Extending into the backcourt, the defense Conrad out all the way out into the circle against Ashley. He passes right side for Sexer. Now left wing they go for Year. Back out to Sexer. Sexer dribbles on the wing, picks it up. He goes in the backcourt for Ashley. Ashley going to put up a deep 3, knocks it down. It was good defense by the Bobcats. Ashley just knocks down a 23-foot 3. What do you do against that?
Exactly. That's a tough shot. Good defense by Clark. I think that's something you just got to live with.
Across the timeline, it is Hoffman. He goes to Clark. Clark dribbles baseline, kicks it in the left corner. Moret for 3, airmails it. Burns with an offensive board. Dribbles into the lane, powers his way up, and gets the shot to go. Owen Burns, 2 big buckets for the Bobcats. It's 13-6 with 2:40 to play. Sexer on the other end. Now he goes right wing for Riley. Down in the corner. Year knocks down a 3 against Moret. Moret was right there, but Year just rose up and hit it. Year's 6'5", so he's going to be able to get his shot off. Clark receives the pass across the timeline from Conrad. Now down in the corner, Moret pump fakes, dribbles between 2 defenders, takes it up strong over the top of the 6'5" Mason Riley and puts it in off the window. First bucket for Moret, keeping the Bobcats hanging around, 16-8. Ashley, right wing, he goes for Wild. Back out to Ashley, goes in the lane for Sexer. Now on the baseline here, he dribbles underneath the basket, kicks it out on the right corner for Wild. Wild will drive, and he'll be fouled on the floor. It's going to go against Moret. That'll be his first. Second of the half for the Bobcats. Coming in for Jefferson, Sam Siegfried, excuse me. And also Tyler Bohannon sitting down. Number 22, Mason Riley. And let's see who the other one sitting down is. I think he's going to come right back in, is Mason Riley. He's going to wait for a dead ball now, yeah. The other player who came out was Griffin Wild for the Cavaliers. But again, Riley will go back in at the next dead ball. Ashley to inbound underneath his own bucket, right side. Directing traffic, lobs it in the corner for Year, and Year, just one hand, went up with one hand, tried to throw it back to Ashley in the lane, tipped out of bounds by Hoffman. Might have bailed him out there. He could have probably just let that sail out of bounds. So, yeah. But it stays with Jefferson. Now Riley comes back in, and Ashley sits down. I think they had an incorrect substitution. In the lane, it is Black. He goes out left wing for a Sexer. Sexer dribbles in the lane. High off the board, too strong, no good. Offensive rebound on the weak side, and the putback is good for Sam Siegfried. Ahead they get it to Moret across the timeline. He's on the left wing, right wing, excuse me. Top of the key goes to Hoffman. In the backcourt for Clark. Clark calls Conrad over to start the offense. A minute and a half to go in the first. 18-8. Left wing, Clark, a deep 3. Nothing but net. Bobcats needed it. First bucket for Clark. Cuts it to 7. Up on the other end quickly. Sexer dribbles in. Gets the shot bothered by Hoffman. Another rebound and putback by Siegfried. The second in a row, weak side rebound and putback.
And again, those are just those offensive rebounds. And you can see how quick Jefferson likes to push the ball. Brookings has to do a better job of getting back on defense. Otherwise, it's just going to be layup after layup for the Cavaliers.
Moret, cross-court pass to Hoffman, 3 in the corner. No good, rebounded by Jefferson on the other end. Year through traffic, hung in the air. Double pump scoop shot. Didn't get it to go, but he'll be fouled and go to the line to shoot a couple. That kind of height and that kind of athleticism isn't fair.
I know what he feels like.
That's the second on Moret. Third of the half for the Bobcats. But on the shot, so Year goes to the line to shoot a couple. He's an 84% free throw shooter on the year, so that's not who the Bobcats want on the strike. Something to keep in mind for down the stretch, maybe. Sam Johnson and Ryan Bauman in for the Bobcats, sitting down Ben Moret and Sam Conrad. 57.1 to go here. Avera Orthopedics, step up your game with Avera Orthopedics, the official sports medicine provider for Brookings High School Athletics. Go visit avera.org/orthopedics to learn more. Both free throws are good. And it is 22-11. Less than a minute to go. Full court pressure on. Right side Clark, back to Lease. Lease dribbles, pass across the timeline for Hoffman. Hoffman back to Lease, near half court. Nathan Lease dribbles, passes left wing for Bauman. Bauman goes to Johnson in the backcourt, back to Bauman. He's going to bounce it in for Lease, and it's tipped away. Lease comes up with it, dribbles, bounces it over to Clark, but didn't see Riley there. Excuse me, that's Sexer. Sexer dribbles up, goes in the corner. A 3 for Black. No good. Rebound tipped out. Again, that's by Siegfried. And down the left side of the lane, they're going to get a lot of contact as Hoffman was in there taking a shot and went to the floor. Talked about his physicality, and losing that out of bounds was Dawson Sexer. It goes over to the Bobcats. An 11-point game. They can hold for 1. Clark pass across the timeline to Johnson in the corner, right side. In the backcourt now to Lease. Lease leaves for Clark. Clark, the main ball handler on the floor now with Conrad on the bench. 10 on the game clock here in the first quarter. Clark dribbles to the left hash. Gets a pick from Hoffman. Dribbles to the right wing. Down in the corner for Johnson. Back up to Clark. Going to put up a 25-foot 3. Nothing but net just before the buzzer. What a big bucket. Second 3 of the night for Austin Clark. He cuts the lead to 8 after 1 quarter of play, 22-14. And it will be Bobcats ball to start the second quarter when we come back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Bobcats basketball presented by Covey Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
Wildy?
It is Wildy.
Yeah. Number 53 for Watertown, just be mysterious. Now I have to try to say it.
Bobcats basketball presented by Covey Sports Bar and Grill, the second quarter. Bobcats with the ball after that 3 from Austin Clark, trail by just 8.
Yeah, again, it's not their best quarter, but again, 14 points isn't a bad first quarter. You had some big shots from Clark. He's going to take another one.
Another one from the right wing. No good. Johnson with the rebound, saves it in, but he's going to step on the end line. It was right in bound to Griffin Wildy anyway. We've gotten a correction on that pronunciation. Wildy, not Wild.
But I think that 8-point difference, really a lot of it comes from offensive rebounds. So if that's something Brookings can clean up, like we said, they're still in this game. You got 3 quarters left. Offensive rebounds have given the Cavaliers those few extra possessions.
Well, it's down to Siegfried, off his hand, a little too much mustard on that. He hits the end line, or he hits the back of the backboard trying to save it in, and it will go back over to Brookings. Johnson just going to dribble it up across the timeline. He's double teamed to pass across court, a little too strong. And it was for over Owen Burns' hands. And we'll turn it over. For a second, I thought we had Mark Ovenden roughing tonight's game, but it's not. It's not him. He got a little closer. It's not him. I could have probably just done some deductive reasoning on that as well. 22-14. Jefferson with the lead. They've got the ball. Ashley in the backcourt. 2-3 zone for the Bobcats. Passes right side for Black. Black dribbles. Goes in the backcourt for Ashley. Ashley back to Black on the wing. Bounces it on the baseline for Wilde. Back out to Black. He dribbles into the front court. Pass tipped away and stolen by Clark. Clark pass across the timeline for Lease. Lease holds on to it. 24-foot three. Almost banked it in. Rebound comes down to Wilde. Wilde across the timeline. In the other lane, up on the other end in the lane. Euro step. Pass off left side. Black no good. The rebound for Colts. He'll be hacked on the arm as he tried to pass it out into the backcourt. And it's going to go against Nathan Lease. That'll be his fourth of the half for the Bobcats. In the first half so far, just 5 total fouls. 6:53 to go. Ashley will inbound. He just scooped it off of the back of Burns. Heads up play by Ashley. Came in, established himself, and then just puts the ball in on the left side of the lane.
I don't think I've ever seen that in person. I've seen videos of people doing it, but I guess when your guys turned around.
Don't turn your back to the inbounder. Right side, Conrad on the wing. 10-point lead for Jefferson. Goes left side for Clark. He's going to put up a 25-foot three. No good. Rebound to Conrad. A pass inside is tipped right back at him. He was going for Burns. Conrad comes up with a loose ball. Dribbles in the backcourt. Left side Bauman now on the wing to Clark. Clark lobs it in for Burns. Inside the left block area. Burns, you're right, it was Ashley.
I forgot there's no
flop. And he puts it up and in. Burns now has 6. Cuts the lead back to 8. Burns has 8, on the night. Correction. Left wing pass in the backcourt. Year. It's that zone. Right side of the backcourt, Ashley just puts his palm out like, what are we doing here, guys? Left wing, Year down in the corner. Black gonna hoist a 3. Airmails it, and rebound by Bauman. Bauman gets it to Lease. Lease dribbles. Passes left side to Bauman. He brings it across the timeline. Almost lost it, and then he did. Loses it, and it's stolen by Wilde. Wilde up on the other end, and tried to jam it. No good. Put back by Year, no good. Rebounded by Clark. Up ahead to Conrad. Left wing, Lease. Left open from 3. Airmails it off the board. Rebounded by Wilde. Up ahead to Year. Year dribbles in the lane. Euro step. Offensive foul. Nice defensive position by Ryan Bauman. Drew the contact. Gets it to go the other way. That'll be the first on Year. It's just the second foul of the half for Jefferson. Inbounded to Bauman left side. Double teamed, and he tripped over a foot. Gets rid of the ball before he goes to the floor, but he turned an ankle. He's going to be limping around here. Right corner Clark out top, the key to Conrad. Back to Clark on the right wing to Conrad. He dribbles off a pick to the left hash, loses the ball, regains it, bounces it left baseline for Burns. Burns spins, takes it up, and puts it in. Double digits for Burns already. He's got the lead down to 6 with 5 minutes to play in the first half. It is 24-18. Ashley brings it across. Passes to Black. Back right side to Ashley. Top of the key to Black. Left wing now Year. Back to Black. Goes right side to Ashley on the hash. Goes a lob on the weak side for Year. Year lost it. Regained by Wilde. Now left wing, Ashley going to hoist a 3. Just off the front of the rim, and a rebound from the baseline as nobody got a body on Caden Year. And he goes reverse layup and gets it to go. Left corner, Bauman going to hoist a quick 3. No good. Long rebound grab by Wilde. He'll dribble it up. Now he loses it, and it's taken over by Black. Ashley now dribbles top the key down the left side of the lane. Scoop the pass inside, tipped away. Ashley comes up with it. He's going to go up for the shot, miss it, but be fouled, and go to the line to shoot a couple. Well, Nathan Lease picks up his second. Could be significant here. First Bank and Trust, proud sponsor of Bobcats Arts and Athletic Programs, because they believe everyone should play hard and bank easy. Visit any of their 4 Brookings locations. Well, Bobcats set to check in. A couple of Cavaliers set to check in after this first free throw. It is good. So thanks to Hy-Vee Food Store, proud to be a friend of Brookings High School and to support Bobcat athletic teams, fine arts programs, and student organizations. Bauman and Lease sit down. Hoffman and Conrad back in. We've got 4:18 to play here. 27-18 Cavaliers. Second free throw for Ashley. is no good. In and out. Burns with the board. Conrad pass up the right side for Clark. Clark is going to be fouled on the near sideline, and that's going to be 2 on Caden Year. Could be significant as well. I want to say thanks to Kleitz Electric. They believe educational activities are an investment in our youth, and they're pleased to be a community partner of Brookings High School. Ben Moret to inbound in front of Jefferson's bench. He goes in the right corner for Clark. Clark out in the backcourt now for Conrad. It's going to be tipped by Wilde and then off of Conrad's hand out of bounds. As it is the Century 21 Krugman and Company. They back all Bobcat athletics and activities. Let their team of agents be the home team advantage for all your real estate needs. Find them at century21brookings.com and go Bobcats. Coming up on 4 to play here in the first half. Into the lane goes Ashley. Somehow split the defenders and gets it up and in off the board with his left hand. Beautiful drive. 11-point lead, largest of the night for Jefferson inside 4 to play. Moret pass across the timeline is tipped, and it's tipped by Wilde, and then trying to save it in with Sexer. And he can't do so. And into the stands on the opposite side of the court here. 25 on the shot clock. Right side, Conrad gets it tipped away by Ashley in the backcourt. And say Ashley thought it might have gone off Conrad again, but the referee says it stays with Brookings. Moret to inbound again in front of Jefferson's bench. Gets it in right wing for Hoffman. Hoffman holds, dribbles, and gives for Conrad to start the offense. 15 on the shot clock. Conrad on the right hash. Lobs it in for Burns. Burns, double team, dribbles, takes it in. Now his turnaround jump hook with the left hand is good. Yeah, a patient move by Burns. He was double teamed and dribbled the other way and got a good look. All the way into the lane on the other end, taking it up hard is Wilde. He's going to be fouled and go to the line to shoot a couple more. That's going to be on Burns. It'll be his first. Owen Burns keeping the Bobcats hanging around here. He's got 12 points on the night. It's his first foul, and it's a 9-point lead.
And Brookings done a very good job of getting him the ball down low too. That's kind of been a problem we've seen this year, is forcing it down low, resulting in a lot of turnovers. They've done a much better job of getting it to him, and the result when he gets it tonight has been excellent, 12 points.
67% free throw shooter is Griffin Wilde. He hits the first one. Century Business Products and Kia Seri, your winning combination for the best copiers and printers in the area, and are proud supporters of Brookings Bobcat Athletics. Go to CBP now and see how they're powering business technology. The second free throw, no good. Bobcats have it back. Left wing Moret thought about the three, hangs onto it to Lease, top the key to Clark. Right wing pass, Conrad. Conrad dribbles, goes to Moret, top of the key. Left wing pass, Lease. He bounces it to the free throw line for Burns. Burns thought about the 18-footer, lost it, now does take the shot. No good. Offensive board by Lease in the backcourt to Burns. He goes left side for Clark. 3 minutes to play. Left corner now, Moret. Out on the wing for Burns. Burns dribbles in, kicks it in the corner. Moret left open for three, no good, short. Rebounded by Year. He'll dribble up to the other end, pass up ahead for Wilde. He was out in front of everybody and lays it in with his left hand. And just off the board. And it's a 12-point lead for Jefferson, largest of the night. Conrad in the backcourt, splits the double team with a dribble in the lane, kicks it in the left corner for Moret, who hangs onto it. He'll dribble now. In the lane, he's going to be called for a carry. And his turnaround jump hook went in the lane, but he got called for the carry before that. I say thanks to 3M Brookings. They're pleased to be a community partner of Brookings High School. Dedicated to science and exploration, 3M Brookings aims to improve your everyday life and ensures you are never more than 10 feet away from 3M technology. Good luck, Bobcats. We're going to get a sub here as Moret sits down. Sam Johnson back in. Taylon Ashley picks up the ball. It's 2.5 to go. 12-point lead for Jefferson. Ashley deep in the backcourt against Conrad. They're running a zone. Left wing pass, Wilde all the way in the right corner. Year pump fakes, dribbles into the lane, and may have gotten away with a travel. They're going to call a foul on the Bobcats.
Oh, I thought he was calling the travel.
It's going to go against Johnson, his first. That puts him in the bonus, though. So to the line for 1-on-1 goes Caden Year, an 84% free throw shooter. Has hit a couple already in this first half. And his first one at the front end is no good. Rebounded, though, by Sexer on the left baseline. He dribbles it on the end line. Good defense by Lease. And it's going to go back over to Brookings. Gave up the offensive board, but good defense by Lease leads to the turnover.
This right here is a big final 2 minutes. You're only down 12, so I mean you are still in this game. The last thing you can afford is for Jefferson to go on a little run before the half, because like you said before the game, we know what they do in the third quarter.
Clark pass in the backcourt, stolen away by Wilde. Now they're dribbling up to the other end, is stolen away by Conrad. Conrad on the left wing. Hesitation dribble, gets all the way to the basket. Good hesitation dribble out top by Conrad as he got by Siegfried. Cuts the lead to 10, a minute 45 to go in this first half. Wilde in the backcourt, left side, right side pass to Ashley, down in the corner to Sexer. Sexer holds, pass across court, tipped by Johnson, stolen away by Conrad. Good D by the Bobcats. Conrad in the lane again, kicks it in the corner for Lease. He'll pump fake, dribbles top of the key. Johnson for three, no good. Rebounded by Ashley. Ooh. Slow it down now and bring it up as we're inside 90 seconds to play in this first half. Passes left side to Wilde. Wilde goes back door as they just lost Sexer in the zone, and he was wide open for an easy bucket. Good vision by Wilde. Now Lease in the backcourt, dribbles, pass right side for Clark. Clark pass across the timeline for Burns. Burns gives back to Clark. Back to Burns, left side now for Conrad. Down in the corner, Johnson. He looks inside, nothing there. Goes in the backcourt for Conrad. Conrad against Wilde. Man-to-man defense. Left wing pass. Lease left open from 23. No good. And rebound grab by Sexer. Bring it up. Passes in the lane. Left side for Wilde, who drops it off for Siegfried. Beautiful. Fast break passing by the Jefferson Cavaliers. Easy bucket. Left wing now Clark. Goes top of the key for Conrad. Conrad backs off. They might run some time here. Is there about a 3-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock? Conrad against Wilde. Left wing pass, Lease. Gutted by Ashley. Lease now dribbles into the backcourt. Passes in the circle for Conrad. 10 on the shot clock. Working against Wilde is Conrad. Conrad now splits a double team, dribbles into the lane, gets bumped by Sexer. And that's going to be the first on Sexer. Just the fourth for the Cavaliers, so not a bad foul. He didn't want to foul, but it's not a bad call against him. Sexer will sit down. Back in is number 24, Cam Black. Burns sits down back in. Jackson Hoffman for the Bobcats. Conrad gets it in the corner for Clark. Out left wing now Lease. Top of the key pass for Conrad. He dribbles, crosses over, and goes left wing for Lease, who puts up the three. It got blocked, and it will not go out of bounds before the buzzer. So it'll be a 14-point lead at halftime for Jefferson, 36-22. We will take a 4-minute break, and we'll have some first half stats with Alec Johnson when we return during your halftime. 4 minutes, and we'll be back. You're listening to Bobcats basketball presented by you're listening to Bobcats basketball presented by Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Brookings here on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, please welcome the Brookings Basketball Association third grade boys to the court. These Bobcat athletes practice twice a week and play in both league and tournaments. They are coached by Mike Mollard, Jake Mills, Brian Malmsbach, Adam Detmer, and Rory Villa. please consider joining the Bobcat Backers. The Backers help provide financial support to the Bobcat athletic teams. They provide scholarships, help with state tournaments, support future Backer athletes, and assist in providing funds to help with facility upgrades and other athletic needs. You can visit the Bobcat Backers website at www.bobcatbackers.com for more information on becoming a member.
Jefferson over the Brookings Bobcats. Take a look at the first half stats. For that, we hear from Alec Johnson.
Yeah, and again, only down 14. And yes, is that a lot? Yes. Could it be worse? It definitely could be. But looking at some of these stats, the Bobcats have played well through these first 16 minutes, but they've got a very tough 16 minutes ahead of them here in the second half. Looking at the stats for the Cavaliers, leading the way for them is Talon Ashley. He's got 14 of their 36. Some other scorers for the Cavaliers, Caden Year has 9. Griffin Wilde has 3, Cameron Black has 2, Dawson Sexer has 2, and then Sam Siegfried has 6. That's their scorers. For the Bobcats, leading the way is Owen Burns. He's got 12 in the first half. Again, Brookings has done a much better job of getting the ball down low to him. It has worked. He's 6 of 7 from the field. He's got 12 points. Austin Clark, he's got a couple threes for 6. Sam Conrad has a bucket for 2, and Ben Moret has 2. So only 4 scorers for the Bobcats. Again, Nathan Meese, he's going to have to get going. Clark's going to have to get going as well. But at the same time, you want to make sure Burns continues to get the ball down low. He's done such a good job here in the first half of doing that. And again, some other stats that really stood out. Brookings only 7 turnovers. Jefferson with 8. So they're doing a good job of taking care of the basketball. Sioux Falls Jefferson, though, 10 offensive rebounds. And again, we've talked about that all year, just giving them so many extra opportunities to score. This is a team you cannot afford to give 10 offensive rebounds. Brookings 2 of 13 beyond the arc. They're good looks, they're open looks. Again, like Coach Rohrbach has said, this is the team, if they can connect on them, they're in the game. They are a good shooting team tonight. They just haven't been falling. So again, second half, look at the Bobcats to continue to shoot the 3. They just got to see some fall. And then another big stat, Brookings didn't get to the free throw line once, 0 for 0 from the line. So again, you hope to see them maybe attack the rim a little more, see if they can get some Jefferson guys into foul trouble. But really, again, you're down 14. It could seem like a lot. We know what Jefferson does in the third quarter. So this is a huge quarter for the Bobcats. It's going to kind of say if they're going to be in this game or if the fourth quarter might get out of hand.
And something that they noticed in the first half was that Jefferson was getting too many points in the paint, so they switched to that zone. And it helped maybe a little, but they still got too many points in the paint. 6 of 8 out from the field for Talon Ashley. I think only 1 of his shots came from outside in that first half. And Caden Year was 3 of 6 in that first half. Most of his came from inside as well. So that's something the Bobcats going to have to work on in the second half as limiting their good looks, especially in the paint.
Exactly. And like you had said, that Ashley 3 was deep, and that one was really heavily contested by Clark. That was just a good basketball shot. So yeah, Jefferson only 2 of 4 from beyond the arc. They like to do a lot of their stuff in the paint, and we saw them in the first half. They love to push the basketball. When you have guys like Ashley and Wilde and Year who can get rebounds and just push it, they love that fast break type of offense. So again, Brookings has to do a better job of getting back on defense, maybe get back into that 2-3 zone, make Jefferson shoot it, because again, they don't love to shoot the 3 ball. They like to do their work in the paint.
Bobcats basketball presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill. We appreciate you joining us for Friday Night Hoops here on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. I want to say thanks to Bose Construction, Anderson Insurance, Central Bank, Brookings Chiropractic, Stony Brook, Brookings Health System, Kubota, Dakota Bank, Sioux Land Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, and Avera. We'll take another break. We'll be back in 2 minutes for the second half. You're listening to Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
At Innovation Village Apartments, enjoy maintenance-free living. You won't shovel snow or mow your lawn. There are wonderful amenities, including an indoor pool, jacuzzi, fitness room, underground seated parking with glass space, and we're pet-friendly. Host a gathering in our community room or outdoor lounge. Call 692-4700 and schedule your personal tour at Innovation Village.
Hello. Here's to welcoming moments, big and small, embracing the unexpected, savoring life. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system, we recommend you ready for healing. We will listen to your goals and help you achieve them. We'll move you through sickness and every milestone. Avera,
Somebody else to help them out.
Yeah.
To make sure all of your questions and concerns are answered. Come in for a free consultation. If you determine braces to be beneficial, we will offer you timelines with flexible payment
A couple of those guys are sometimes a little too
It's the other way the team has been knocking over themselves too. The rib lights
passive.
they left.
These could be a little more aggressive.
Yeah, so there was one possession, maybe two, Conrad and Clark. We're almost just going back and forth. They had good balls, but they just
Your son needs his
why don't you shoot? You're a good shooter.
So
Yeah.
George, you'll have to drive
Yeah,
Sioux
usually
Falls.
almost passive. It's like, nah,
Run errands too? You live outside of Sioux Falls. Shoelace Oral Surgery has an office near you. They
I certainly wouldn't have had to ask him twice.
Streets, Mitchell, Yankton, and Sioux Falls, you can receive quality oral care close to home. Board-certified oral surgeons. For contacts, surgery, or post-op visits, go to SiouxlandOralSurgery.com for an office near you. Oral surgery by oral surgeons.
Bobcats basketball presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Brookings. To start the second half, it is going to be Jefferson ball. They'll be going left to right from our vantage point in the press box here. And the Bobcats going back right to left. The Bobcats starting the second half the way they started the game. Conrad, Lease, Clark, Bauman, and Burns. Jefferson starting the same way as well. Black, Ashley, Gear, Colts, and Wildy. Left wing, Gear. Going to go with a kind of a 1-3-1 zone here. Down in the corner they go for Black. He lobs it in for Colts. Colts almost lost it, and he's going to travel as he regained possession. And he'll give it back over to the Bobcats.
There we go.
Bobcats
That's
switching
what
it
they
up on
needed.
D a little bit. Need a turnover right away. Oh, a little full court pressure here as Lease looks to get it in. He gets it into Bauman. Back to Lease. Lease dribbling. Goes right side across the timeline to Burns. Over the defense to Clark, who thought about the three. Hangs onto it. Goes to Conrad to start the offense. Conrad, right hash. Lobs it in for Burns. Right elbow area. He'll dribble, spins, and now pivots. Try to regather himself. Shot may have gotten tipped on the way up by Wildy. Wildy comes away with it. Up ahead now to Black. Black in the lane. Gets by Lease, who was just trying to take some contact. A little step by him and gets it to go off the board. 16-point lead. That's up ahead to Conrad. Conrad crosses the timeline. Bottom of the circle now, dribbles to the right side. And a hesitation dribble, gets it tipped on the way up off the thigh of Conrad. It goes back over to Jefferson. So it looked like he had a half a step and got the ball tipped away.
Yep.
Year will inbound as the Bobcats fall back into, we call that a 1-3-1 zone. Burns in the middle. Backcourt Ashley, left wing, he goes for Wildy. Now he goes to Year. Tosses it right wing, Ashley hoists the three, and rattles in another one. And just like that, a 19-point game.
And again,
Burns receives the inbound pass.
If you're going to stay in that zone, that's a guy you got to keep an eye on, Ashley. And again, like we've said too, it's tough in the zone when you're just kind of designated to that area. But Ashley's had such a hot start in the first half, and now in the third, he's a guy you got to keep a closer eye on in the zone.
Lease above the left block, dribbles, turns to shoots a little jump hook with his left hand. He'll be fouled. Looks like they're a concerted effort to get Lease in the post there. Fouled by Ashley. It's the first on Ashley, first of the half for either team. But Lease goes to the line for the first time for the night for the Bobcats, and he misses the first free throw. So it is 41-22, and Lease misses them both. Rebound tipped out and taken by Black. Up ahead down in the corner for Ashley. He pump fakes, dribbles in the lane. Caught in the air, goes left baseline, 17-foot jumper, no good for Black. On the rebound, we'll get an over-the-back call. On here, he doesn't like it, but it's an obvious call.
Yeah, nice box out. That'll be his third. So
yeah.
yep.
He'll have to probably sit down for a bit. That's maybe why he was frustrated. Maybe not so much about the call.
Stay in.
You're like, oh, they're going to leave him in. Lease gets the inbound pass. We'll bring it up. This is right side for Clark. It's a pick from Burns. He'll dribble in the backcourt now. Goes in the corner for Conrad. Conrad lobs it in for Burns. And Burns left it short on the shot. Rebounded by Colts. Now Ashley will bring it up for Jefferson. Crosses the timeline. Pass down in the right quarter for Black. Out in the right wing now for Ashley. He goes cross court to nobody. Stolen away by Lease. Lease up ahead, and he realized he didn't have numbers. He holds it back. Goes left wing for Bauman. Down in the corner for Conrad. Conrad dribbles into the backcourt, scoops it in the circle for Clark. Clark passes right wing for Conrad. Conrad lobs it in for Burns on the right baseline. He'll face up, dribble now. He'll go out on the wing for Bauman, who's going to hoist a three. Nothing but net for Bauman, and he knocks it down. He cuts it to 41-25. A quick timeout for the Bobcats after the make, as they're going to set up a defensive possession here, I believe it was called for by the Bobcats. Timeouts are always brought to you by Brookings Engraving in downtown Brookings. 5:25 to go. Bobcats cut it to 16 with that three-pointer from Bauman on the wing. I want to say thanks to Avera Medical. Provides state-of-the-art medical care through highly trained physicians, experienced professional staff, and access to the entire Avera system. So we see that often in the second half. The Bobcats calling a timeout to kind of slow things down, set up their defense, what they want to do, kind of each segment of the game here.
Yep. And again, I think if we continue to see them in that little 1-3-1 zone, know where your guys are at beyond the arc. But again, we've seen excellent box outs, from Burns, from Bauman, and down low at guys picking up those fouls. That's been big because first half, those 10 offensive rebounds were huge for Jefferson, helped them gain that lead. So again, Brookings going to have to do a little better job on the glass here in the second half.
Inbounded to Ashley. He'll jog it up. 5:20 to play in the third. 16-point lead for Jefferson. Passes top of the key for Year, guarded by Bauman. Left wing pass, Ashley. Pump fakes, dribbles. Top of the key, step back from 19 feet and knocks it down. He is just a good scorer. Stretches it back out to an 19-point lead, excuse me. They gave him 3 on that, I believe, and it should only been a 2. Left corner, Clark. Now they changed it. Goes in the backcourt for Conrad. Conrad crosses over to the elbow. Pass on the wing for Lease, a 3. Nothing but net for Nathan Lease. The Bobcats hit a couple threes in a row. Get a couple of stops. They might be able to get back in this year. Trail by 15. Colts in the post. Little turnaround hook with the left hand rather over Burns goes. Strong, unstoppable move by the 6'10 Colts. All the way down on the other end, left baseline, Conrad drops it right baseline for Bauman, who pump fakes where he gets a shot blocked right back at him by Colts. Ashley comes away with it. Behind his back by the defender, gets it up ahead to Black. No good on the reverse layup. Wilde with the rebound on the left baseline. He crosses the court with a pass on the right wing for Wilde. Wilde all the way to the hoop as he got by Burns, took a little contact and puts it up and in off the board. Back to a 19-point lead.
That's correct.
Inside 4 to play. Passes over. As Conrad pulls up top of the key from 19 straight away and banks it in. Doesn't matter if you call that.
No.
Still counts. 47-30 Colts underneath the basket. Goes out on the corner for Wilde. Wilde drives underneath the basket. Wild pass out in the backcourt, right side. That was for Black. He goes to Ashley, who takes it down center of the lane. He'll be fouled. Goes the line to shoot a couple. Taylor Ashley averages 16.3 points per game. He is just a 58% free throw shooter. You got to think if he can improve that, he would score over 20 a game. This one rolls around and drops. Makes it 48-30. I say thanks to Avera Orthopedics. Step up your game with Avera Orthopedics, the official sports medicine provider for Brookings High School athletics. Experts support your every move with technology, orthopedics care, and sports medicine. Make your move to Avera Orthopedics. Visit avera.org/orthopedics to learn more. Second free throw for Ashley is good. Back to a 19-point game. Sam Johnson in the game, inbounds to Conrad. Hoffman back in for the Bobcats as well. Conrad has it right wing in the backcourt for Conrad from Johnson. Left wing to Lees, down in the corner, Moret. Moret goes left wing for Johnson. Back to Moret in the corner. Will dribble out onto the wing. Holds onto it, picks it up, goes in the backcourt, right side for Conrad. Conrad crosses over, picks up the dribble. Pass in the backcourt is tipped and stolen by number 22, Mason Riley. Pass up ahead now for Wilde, who takes it in the lane. His runner no good. Comes down for Lease. Lease dribbles up left side now. And he'll pick it up in the backcourt. Passes the circle for Conrad. Conrad dribbles, leaves right side for Moret. Down in the corner for Hoffman. Hoffman holds. Looks to in the lane, nothing there. Finally bounces it for Lease. Back out to Hoffman, left open from the corner. 3 is no good, short, rebounded by Ashley. Quickly up on the other end. Actually, no look pass left side for here. Lost it. Saves it in to Conrad. Conrad up the right side. He'll dribble and be fouled. Again, that's going to go against number 32, Dawson Sexer. He had one of those in the first half as well. Didn't like it, but it looks like the right call. Second on Sexer. First of the half for Jefferson. No, that can't be right. Third of the half for Jefferson, excuse me. Pass in the backcourt for Conrad. Left side now for Lease down in the corner of Moret. Moret goes in the lane for Johnson. Inside the right block, he dribbles, does Johnson. Turnaround shot, no good. Over Sexer, rebounded by Riley. Up ahead to Sexer, now right wing. Wilde dribbles in the lane, kicks it out in the corner, and a three up, and no good for number 24, Black. Rebounded on the weak side by Sexer. Out on the wing now, Wilde left open for three. Left it short, no good. Rebounded by Sexer again, by the free throw line. He dribbles to the top of the key. That's right side of the backcourt for Black. Now to Wilde. Top of the key, left corner, Sexer left open. He'll hoist a three, no good. Rebound this time by Moret. Conrad has it. He'll dribble it up right side. Inside 2 to play in the third. Moret passes right corner for Johnson. And Johnson holds, goes top of the key for Lease. Lease dribbles, goes left wing for Moret, who loses it, regains possession. Pass in the backcourt, Conrad. He dribbles to the wing. He's going to dribble into the backcourt. Right wing for Lease. Lease backs into the lane. A flop by the defender, no good on the shot. Airmails it. Rebound comes down to Wilde. Up ahead to Sexer across the timeline. Sexer into the lane. Wide open layup. He's got 4 now, and it's a 21-point lead, largest of the night. Timeout by the Bobcats. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Timeouts are always brought to you by Brookings Engraving in downtown Brookings. 51-30. Jefferson leads with 1:18 to go in the third. Bobcats basketball presented by Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Cam Jones, your Edward Jones Financial Advisor. We're all about financial investment. We also value investment time, patience, and encouragement for our young athletes to keep coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I'm a proud sponsor of Bobcats. Call 605-627-1044 for all your investment needs.
Start your game with the Brookings, the official sports medicine provider for Brookings High School Athletics.
Auto Body is a
Experts that help you every move in technology, orthopedic, and sports medicine. Take your move to the right orthopedics.
causing the accident. Is here to get you back on the road. ASAP. Insurance friendly and makes the process seamless. We'll drop off the pickup. Loaner vehicles available on the road. Also offering a variety of detailing services up to a full detail. In fact, in 6686 or any of your auto body glass repair and replacement. Abra Auto Body Repair of America. Now we
Out of the timeout, it will be Brookings ball with 1:18 to go in the third quarter, 51-30. The score, Hoffman inbounds to Johnson. Johnson will start the offense for the Bobcats. It's a kick from Clark, dribbles to the right wing. Picks it up now, goes cross court left side for Clark, who's going to hoist a deep three. No good, left off the rim. Rebounded, comes down to Black. Up ahead now to Sexer, who goes right side of the backcourt for Wilde. Excuse me, that is Black. Now top of the key. He goes for Riley to Black down in the corner, and a three up and no good for number 34, Braylon Bear. Now bringing it up for the Bobcats. They get it across the timeline for Clark to Hoffman, back to Clark. Right side Moret now on the wing for Johnson. 40 seconds on the game clock, 23 on the shot clock. Hoffman, left wing pass for Burns, right side for Johnson. Johnson gets a pick, picks it up now, goes left wing for Clark. Clark faces up, goes top of the key for Burns, right side Moret, going to put up a 25-foot three. In and out, no good offensive board, and the putback for Burns, and it cuts it to 19 with 20 seconds to play in this third quarter, so the Jefferson Cavaliers can play for the last shot. Third quarter has been a successful one all year for Jefferson. They've outscored their opponents by 100 points in the third quarter this season. Right side, Bear for three, knocks it down. Braylon Bear, the 6'3 junior, his first playing time in this third quarter, and he hits a three. And then Johnson hoists up a desperation shot, almost hit it, but it wouldn't have counted. It was after the buzzer. 54-32 after three. We'll be back with the fourth quarter next. It's going to be Bobcats ball when we start the fourth quarter in 60 seconds. You're listening to Bobcats basketball presented by Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
It's my tarsus, my tits.
Trust, proud sponsor of Bobcat Arts and Athletic Programs, because they believe everyone should play hard and bank easy. Visit any of their 4 Brookings locations. Fourth quarter, Bobcats ball. Lease will inbound to Conrad. Conrad passes right side for Clark. Back to Conrad. Left wing pass for Bauman. Back to Conrad. Tried to go in the lane to the free throw line. It's stolen away by Ashley. Ashley loses it off his foot, and it's stolen back by Clark. Clark goes in the backcourt, intended for Bauman, and Lease has to come up with it. Back to Clark in the corner, who shoots and no good. Rebound comes down for number 22, Riley. Up ahead he goes for Bear in the backcourt now, right side for Ashley. Ashley holds it up and starts the offense. Passes to Bear on the wing. Bear goes down in the corner for Year. Year dribbles outside the right block, goes in the corner now for Siegfried. Back out to Year. Thought about the 24-footer, goes back to Siegfried in the corner. He'll hoist, no good. And on the rebound on the right wing, it's grabbed by Clark. He'll dribble it up left side. Clark on the wing. Goes right side for Conrad, who has to chase it down. Near the hash. Conrad dribbling in the backcourt. Pass left side on the wing for Bauman. Down in the corner, Clark. Cross court, top of the key for Lease. Back left wing, Bauman. Down in the corner, Clark. Lobs it in for Burns. Burns dribbles into the lane. Turnaround jump hook is going to roll off the right side of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Riley. Ashley now presses right side to Year. Year into the lane. Euro step. Got himself into some traffic. Loses the ball. Rebound is tapped and now fought for as Bauman and Year got their hands mixed together. It's going to be 4 on Year. Bobcats will have the ball.
Hey, you didn't see on that one. He wasn't even. He just, like you had said, just kind of got his arm hooked up in Bauman. And Year was just trying to almost get out of the way, but once Bauman turned and saw the interlock, it was no brainer. But Year was just.
They may have gotten tangled up when Year drove too. He got himself into a weird position there. Dribble into traffic. Left corner, Conrad bounces it into Lease. Back out to Conrad. He'll go right side. Clark, who pump fakes. And left side now for Conrad. Dribbles, kicks it in the corner. Bauman for 3. Air mails it. Rebound to Conrad. Free throw line. Out to Clark. He'll pump fake. Dribbles in. Right wing 18-footer. No good. Rebound tapped out of bounds. Last touch, they're going to say by Colts. He and Burns both got a hand on it. I'm going to say Colts was the last one to touch it. It stays with Brookings underneath. IV Food Store, proud to be a friend of Brookings High School and to support Bobcat athletics teams, fine arts programs, and student organizations. They get it into Lease, inside the right block. His shot is blocked, gets his own rebound and puts it back, no good. Another putback after a rebound, no good. Another rebound and putback, no good for Burns. He just couldn't get one to fall. Colts with the board. Ashley now brings it up to the other end, right wing. In the backcourt for Year, in the lane for Riley, who dribbles, scoops it around to Colts, and he'll just put it up and in off the board easily. Give a 6'10" guy that position, he's going to score almost 100% of the time. 56-32, left wing Lease, down in the corner Bauman. Back in the backcourt for Clark. Back to Bauman on the wing. Clark goes cross court right corner, Conrad. Tried to bounce it in on the baseline, it's tipped out of bounds by Riley. Checking back in Sexer for Jefferson. Riley will sit down. Lights Electric, they believe educational activities are an investment in our youth, and they're pleased to be a community partner of Brookings High School. 5:30 to play here in the ball game. Clark will inbound, right baseline. Deep in the backcourt, dangerous pass. Lease comes up with it. Left wing pass. Conrad left open, hoists the 3. Yes. Cuts it to 21. Sam Conrad with the bucket. Conrad with 7 on the night. 56-35 the score. In the backcourt, Ashley directing traffic. Thought he called him out. Called this guy out and then sent him away. Come out here, now go away. Left elbow, 15-footer, no good for Year. He's going to be hacked on the elbow, though. Ashley in the backcourt near the bottom of the circle called Braylon Bear out into the backcourt and then waved him away. We've got 5:06 to go. Caden Year with a free throw. He hits the first one. Year has 10 on the night. So thanks to Century 21 Krogman & Company, they back all Bobcat athletics and activities. Let their team of agents be the home team advantage for all your real estate needs. Find them at century21brookings.com. And go Bobcats. Second free throw good for Caden Year. He's got 11. 58-35. Coming up on 5 to play here in the ball game. Lease in the backcourt. Lobs it. Left elbow for Hoffman. Hoffman dribbles. Gets a pass batted back at him. And it ends up in the lane with Lease. He's going to be fouled again by Sexer. And that's going to be 3.
Cavaliers foul on number 32, Sexer. That was his third
Dawson
foul.
Sexer, the 6-foot junior. Conrad underneath will inbound. He goes in the backcourt left side for Lease. Lease dribbles in, goes out top of the key. Hoffman pump fakes, dribbles, leaves out in the backcourt for Clark. Left side, Lease, pass down in the corner. Bauman left open. No good on the three. Rebound is grabbed by Sexer. He'll dribble it up for Jefferson. Sexer left side of the backcourt, goes top of the key for Bear. Down in the corner they go for Year. Year dribbles baseline. He's making some ill-advised drives in this game as Year. He just dribbles into traffic. He gets bailed out there with a foul, excuse me. Hoffman picks up his foul, his first foul. And then quickly,
Brookings is not ready on that.
basket. They get a basket quickly
Sexer
by
is.
Sexer. Backcourt, Clark. Right side he goes for Conrad. 4:20 to play. Left wing pass, Clark. Clark gets it tipped away by Bear. Regains possession down in the corner for Hoffman. In the left elbow area for Lease. Back out on the wing for Clark. He's going to hoist and hit.
Austin Clark for you.
Third three of the night for Austin Clark. He's got 9. You have to try to get him some more looks. That cuts it back to 22. In the backcourt it is Wildy. Excuse me, that is number 24, Black. Now to Ashley, to Black on the right wing. Lobs it in for Colts, a little too tall, and Colts mistimed his jump, a bad combo, and it goes out of bounds. We'll get some subs for Brookings. Ben Moret back in, and for the first time of the night is going to be Griffin Bartles. Bauman and Lee sit down. Ashley sits down for Jefferson. And coming back in is Siegfried. Conrad, top of the key, pass right side for Clark. Clark picks it up after dribbling it. Now he goes left side for Bartles, down in the corner. Hoffman gonna hoist a 3. No good, long rebound grab in the backcourt by Black. Out ahead to Siegfried, now right wing, back out to Black. He's gonna dribble into the backcourt and run some clock, or maybe not, into the front court. He goes right side for Sexer. Sexer to the free throw line, kicks it out left corner. Bear for 3. No good. Weak side board for Siegfried in the stick back. He's had 3 of those this game as Siegfried, and he's got 8 points. Clark goes down in the left corner for Bartles. Bartles dribbles, pass in the backcourt for Clark. Pass right side now for Conrad. Conrad dribbles top of the key. Passes left side for Bartles. Down in the corner, Clark gonna hoist. No good on that one. Rebound on the weak side. Grab by Bear. Out ahead now to Sexer. Sexer into the front court, spins in the lane, gets by Conrad, and gets the layup to fall. Nice spin move by Sexer, and he got it to fall. When you're on skates like that, there's not much you can do on defense. Just kind of get out of the way. Right elbow, Moret down in the corner. Hoffman going to hoist a quick 3, no good. Weak side board, tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Clark. It'll go back over to Jefferson. Sam Johnson to check in. Nathan Smith checks in for the first time. As Conrad will sit down, we'll see who go to the bench for a timeout here. We'll see who comes out of the break for the Bobcats. 2:35 to play, 64-38 Jefferson. Timeouts are always brought to you by Brookings Engraving in downtown Brookings. We've got a full timeout. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Bobcats basketball, presented by Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
Glad to see you or anyone in your family. Schedule your appointment today.
I'm looping at the Friday night.
693-3405. My chiropractic. Our family here in New York.
Cam Black drives, gets the shot blocked. I think it was Hoffman going to hand on it. Now Griffin Bartles up to the other end for the Bobcats. Right wing Johnson back to Bartles. He's going to hoist a three, and he rattles it in. Griffin Bartles' his first bucket. 64-41 coming up on 2 minutes to play here. Bringing it up is going to be Black for Jefferson. He dribbles to the right wing, picks it up, and we're going to get a foul. Sam Johnson didn't let the handoff happen. We're going to say he bumped Sexer. Playing tough D. Get a wholesale subs here. For Jefferson. So that's the three on Brookings. They're moving to be a community partner of Brookings High School. They made dedicated rather to science and exploration. 3M Brookings works to improve your everyday life and ensures you are never more than 10 feet away from 3M technology. Good luck, Bobcats. Bringing it across is Lincoln Sabres. He passes left wing for Barron Yellowbird. Now they go for Tyler Bohannon. Left wing it is for number 12, Daniel Jones. In the lane, a runner for number 30, Aiden Kuka. 6'2" senior got his first bucket. It's a 66-41 with 1:40 to play. The backcourt, Moret, left wing pass for Bartles. Bartles dribbles, passes down in the corner. That was Bartles from Johnson, excuse me. Now in the lane, Smith, the turnaround jump hook, no good. Rebound brought out of there by Bohannon. Goes up ahead to Yellowbird. Yellowbird in the lane. And a runner, no good, strong. Hoffman with the rebound, out to Moret. Right side, he bounces it up to Smith. Smith dribbles, pulls up in the right block area. Little runner, no good, and it's a weak side rebound grab by Lincoln Sabres. Pass up ahead now for Bohannon. In the lane, lost the ball on the way up, lost his footing. Shot comes down for Moret. Now Smith will have it, he'll bring it across. A minute to play. Left corner, Bartles going to hoist another one, and in and out on that one. And the rebound comes down for number 30, Aiden Kuka, bringing it up. On the other end is Sabres. He's going to be fouled, dribbling into the lane, or did he just lose the ball out of bounds? Just lost the ball. Stays with Jefferson. Subs for the Bobcats in Cale Jones, Cole Skyberg. Lobbing in the lane, they get it, and the shot is no good for Kuka. Rebounded by the Bobcats, and picking it up is Bartles. Up ahead now to Smith. Smith in the lane, and a tough fall away, dribbled from the left side of the lane through to the right, and a fall away with the right hand, scooped it in off the board. Beautiful. 30 seconds to go here. Century Business Products and Kyocera, your winning combo for the best copiers and printers in the area, and proud supporters of Brookings Bobcat Athletics. Go to CBP now and see how they are powering business technology. The Jefferson Cavaliers going to just dribble some time off here. There's about a second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Just dribble it out here. Daniel Jones in the backcourt. They'll let the buzzer sound and let the Bobcats inbound it to end this one. 66-43 going to be the final. And they let the shot clock expire with a second, just over a second, 1.3 to go here. Skyberg gets it in to Johnson. He's just going to dribble it and let it go. Let the time run out. 66-43 to final. We'll take a 4-minute break and we'll have your post-game stats with Alec Johnson. We'll take a 4-minute break and we'll have your post-game stats with Alec Johnson when we return. 66-43 the final in this one. Jefferson improves to 16-0 on the year with the win, and the Bobcats fall to 2-14. We'll take a 4-minute break and we'll be back with your post-game stats with Alec Johnson when we return. You're listening to Bobcats Basketball presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.